Hello and welcome back, travelers, to episode 10 of Death Attack. Tonight's episode is titled Wayward. Now, when we last left off, we were in the process of doing your daily shopping. And for the convenience of time, tonight's episode, we've gone ahead and finished the shopping pre-hand. And we're going to go ahead and pick up after that.
Ingenuity.
However, we do have a rather interesting announcement tonight. We, as of last week, I believe, thanks to our moderator, Rain, have a discount code for Found Familiar Coffee. And if
D&D coffee, man.
It is a, yes, D&D themed coffee. Rain, if you would like, if you could please post that link.
I already did.
Oh, all right. Use the promo code NearDark, and it will get you, I believe, was it 20% off?
10.
Is it 10% off? It's like $2 off, though.
Good deal.
So even 10%, it's like $2 off. And they have a good variety of coffee. And this is coming from a guy who makes coffee all day. Tell him how awesome the coffee is.
It's very fragrant. They had it at Gen Con, so it's a lot of blended coffee. So if you're into like a very flavorful like caramel and that kind of deal, so it's right up your alley then.
Okay. Other than that, I'll have another announcement at the break of the show. The Roll20 games are probably going to start soon for my Dungeons & Dragons. However, I know that a lot of people are very interested in some lore. Because it is a homebrew world, you don't quite know. There's no source material, so we may have a special stream or something to help the people that want to know more. But without further ado, let's go ahead and kick off our. Actually, one more thing. You all noticed tonight, if you were listening, we have some very special music.
Oh, they noticed as soon as they came to the chat. They brought it up.
In the chat tonight. We went ahead and we have some licensed music by a very amazing artist. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce the name, but it's Ask II, so ASKII. You can find him on YouTube. You can find him on Bandcamp. I highly recommend, if you guys like the music that you guys are, I'll be playing it all through tonight. Go and support him. Go check it out. And there'll be obviously a link to his Bandcamp as well when this video gets up on YouTube.
Moving on up.
So, now let's go ahead and get to the game. And we are going to start with Smavros.
Alright.
Smavros, the party has split up to take care of your general shopping needs throughout the day. In fact, you guys have been shopping for probably about a good 3-4 hours. The city is relatively loud. It's very busy. A lot of commotion, a lot of repercussions are still going on from the overthrow of the free state of Aronia. You've even seen merchants. You've seen families almost pack up and just leave completely on a whim. There's a good sense of fear, but there's also a strange sense of celebration. It's an odd set of emotions that spread throughout the city. However, you've got done with your shopping.
Yes.
And your companions are nowhere to be found. You're getting rather bored. You're also getting slightly upset. You didn't think it would take this long? And you want to leave. You have other things to attend to. And that is when you feel a rather firm hand set on your shoulder. It's powerful. The weight of it almost drops your frame. As you look up, see an individual, gold scales fanned out. You can see his jaw protrudes with multiple spikes and spines and lizard-like quills. His teeth are polished, his eyes bright like sapphires. You must be Smalfrost, aren't you?
I am. Can I ask who you are?
I am Braxian, Ragewing, champion of Tempest.
Champion of Tempest? I too serve Tempest.
I know.
Jesus fuck.
I was sent here by Ventus Merryway.
By Ventus.
He told me that an acquaintance of his was a rather adamant follower of Tempest, and I needed to see it for myself. You notice as he raises his hand up and speaking with his demeanor, his left arm is gone. From the elbow, it's completely severed. He only has one arm, but he's still wearing what looks like very polished, very prestigious, well-made plate armor. You can see he has a cloth that covers the severed limb. It's folded up neatly. Across his chest is adorned with multiple military recommendations and badges. You would identify this as some sort of trophy, possible prizes of victory.
Oh, Ventus did say he had a companion who served Tempest.
Do you know why I have come to speak with you then?
I'm sure to pass on the message of Ventus and his lack of understanding of the deity that we serve. He meddles in things not of concern to him.
Why don't you walk with me?
All right, I'll walk with him.
You know, as he turns and he begins to walk down and the pathway. Moving through the streets, you notice that he is easily able to clear a path. People move out of his way. He's a rather broad and wide individual. It's almost impossible not to notice this figure looming through the road. Eventually, he leads to a off-beaten trail that comes into a small little pocket of trees. Looks like rose bushes, some sort of garden, maybe a formal memorial area. Have you heard of the Broken Blade?
I've heard stories of the Broken Blade, yes.
Do you know what that is then? What I do?
You serve Tempest and fortify the temples. The men take care of the things.
Warriors who can no longer serve Tempest on the fields of battle. I'm there to take care of them. I myself have been injured in the line of duty. I know what it's like to feel useless to your god.
Right.
I came to speak to you because I have a rather large understanding when it comes to Tempest and our places of sanctuary.
Right.
Ventus told me that you have a relic of Gallic.
I do.
I came to this spot in hopes that you may show it to me.
As a fellow follower of Tempest, I'd be willing to show you. I'd get out the back and show it to him.
It is as I assumed. It is authentic.
Now, tell an old warrior, how did you know that Prince Orin had that?
I didn't. I was sent to Gutterport to retrieve this relic.
By who, may I ask?
By a temple of Tempest in the islands that we passed through on our way to Gutterport.
The Marauder Strand.
I believe so, yes.
That is why I'm concerned. I have studied the records. I know every inch of every temple here on the continent of Abendor, and we do not have a Temple of Tempest in the Strand. It is an island chain of heathens, thieves, pirates, scoundrels. I am afraid that you have been duped. But Tempest has chosen you for a reason.
Right. Yeah.
Do you know how?
By sending me on this path. By me finding this.
The scar on your head. Do you know what that is?
That is the sigil of Tempest. Close enough.
He pulls back coif around his armor, revealing his neck. You see a very similar burn on his scale, almost identical to yours.
So you have also been blessed by Tempest.
You are not the only one to have been touched. And that is what it is known, is to be touched by Tempest. It means he has something very special for you to do. Consider this a great honor. But you are unwise in his teachings.
Unwise? How do you know of my teachings?
Then tell me, what temple did you serve?
I was stationed in the temple in Zakund, part of the nomadic traveling. Yes.
And do you know what that temple is known for?
Building up strong soldiers to fight.
Fight against a war, a losing battle that Zakund has been fighting for a very long time. Their biasness towards Eastwatch clouds their mind.
It does not cloud mine.
Good! I'm glad to hear that. I will not be here in Lockmore for long. I'll be traveling back north to Dramia, my homeland.
Dramir, you say? Is there a temple up there that you serve?
Of course. The Dragonborn have their other gods, but well, for as long as I can remember, Tempest has always been with me. Now, you, like many others before you, and like myself, I plead to you, do not fight blindly. Fight for a reason. Find out why Tempest wants you to do his deeds.
I think it's clear what I'm supposed to do.
Please, and tell me.
Tempest has led me on this path. Let me find this relic. Let me understand the history of Venelia and how the orcs were crossed. And here, an orc sits on a throne of fire. This is Tempest's plan for me.
You know that there are two pieces to that prophecy. That is the past. That orc is Gallic.
Yes, it is made from the back of Gallic.
No, the orc depicted in that mural is Gallic himself.
I don't think so. I think Tempest has assigned this to be me.
I have a book for you.
I got a book for you. He reaches into his satchel. You notice he pulls out a rather large tome.
This book is known as the Fervor of the Foehammer. It's sacred documents written by warriors, battle masters, the greatest fighters who have ever walked Faramine. Study it.
I thank you for your gift. And I will look into this for this missing piece of the prophecy, but...
Remember this, Smavros. Why were you led to Gutterport in the first place? Who would want to deceive you, and why? Remember, when a fortress is strong, like your belief, where would you attack first?
From inside.
With time, I see good promise in you. Take heed, Smavros.
As to you, Boltson.
Braxian. May the Foehammer bless you.
And Tempest you.
And you notice that he turns and he leaves the garden. What would you like to do?
Probably head out of the garden, make my way to the place that back to the square where we're supposed to meet up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Was there any individuals that decided to shop together?
I think
I believe.
Kaz and I. Actually, I think both Smallbrass and Lavaday went to the bow shop.
Oh, he went with me?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, we went together, but then we separated.
Oh, okay. I don't remember what you were doing.
Okay. So Smavros, by the time that you return back to the square, you notice that the rest of the party, they seem to be arriving within a few minutes of each other. After about 20 minutes of waiting, all of you are now within the square and ready to depart Lockmore.
I have horse meat with me.
Right.
Yeah.
You have purchased your horse that you have named,
Horse meat.
which in Orcish is
Johnny Kal.
Kajani Kal,
Yeah.
also known as horse meat. Very well.
Smallbrass,
Yes.
we have a cart already. Why do you have a horse with you?
Oh no, that's smart. Yeah, if we got to pull the cart, then we're going to need a horse in case we need to move away from it.
Oh, well, yes. Okay.
I'm sorry. Yes, I got one of these to be able to.
Everything all right?
Yeah.
You seem a little flustered.
I've got information.
What sort of information?
Information about my place in Tempest's plan for me.
Oh, that kind of information. All right. Well, I guess we can start loading up and get out of here, huh? Start packing up.
Yeah, I'm ready to get out of here. It feels really odd, tense, really. Kind of strange.
Yeah, I'm not liking the vibe anymore.
It's a very, very weird vibe. I'm right there with you there.
Yeah, it's just like if this place was just taken over by another country.
That seems to be it. It's almost like it's like you're having a party for your birthday, but then halfway through it you found out that your mom is dead.
Right, like you find over your birthday cake, she just keeled over. And she went face down. You can't even have the cake now.
Right, like you're upset because your mom's gone, but then you're also like, it's my birthday.
Yeah.
It's very specific.
Odd.
Barry, did you?
All right, let's not start bringing up old business. Let's just get on with packing the cart up and get out of here.
What are you?
I can't move in this fucking thing.
I don't know why I even bought it, to be honest.
What? What are you wearing?
It's shirtless stiff.
You all look at Falder as he has donned his chainmail that looks like it's definitely designed for a full-grown human male.
It's not comfortable at all. I don't see how anybody wears it.
Well, I believe you shopped in the wrong section.
You will grow into it.
No, he won't.
What?
Halfling's coming one size.
Well, unless a demigod blesses you
Oh well.
and can
If you
cause
can't
to
get
grow.
taller, then you shall get fatter.
Don't worry. I'm sure I'll grow.
You know, to be honest, all joking aside, you're probably gonna slow us down with that. You know that, right?
Right. I think I'm just going to take it off. It's just not doing it.
No. It looks like you really like wearing it. Just get yourself at the back of the cart. It's all right.
What are you doing, Barry?
I feel bad. Little guy's all excited about his chainmail.
The longer
He's
you
swimming
wear
in
it,
it, Barry. It's not going to do anything. It's going to get him killed. It's
Hey,
there
maybe
to
you
not get him
should
killed.
try
It's
doing
going
some
to.
push-ups in it or something.
Maybe, but
they
I'm
choose to
gonna
train
just
us.
smack Barry over the top of the head. Shut up, Barry.
They used
Oh,
to train
okay.
us by making us stay in our armor. It's the best way to get comfortable in it.
All right.
right. Ooh, you know what I could do? It is pretty heavy. Maybe I can use it when I'm doing my whole boulder business.
Great. So glad you're going to continue doing that.
Oh,
Great.
why-
glad you
why-
can add on to it.
Why wouldn't I?
Just get in the fucking cart, Fauna.
Okay, I will. Jeez, you don't have to be so rude.
Okay. Well, let's get going. Raven's going to say, well, it's a couple days out.
All right. I shall tie horse meat to the back of the cart for now.
I'll take off the
Are you
chain.
calling him horse meat in character, or are you
Yes.
saying it in the orcish? So you're
No,
just
I'm calling him horse meat. I will switch back and forth. You'll know.
So I just call you a horse meat.
Yes.
Is that its name, or you just that's
Oh
your
God,
plan
you're
for
going to
it?
eat it, aren't you? We bought food.
I hope not, but
You seem really set on eating a horse's mate. Is that something that you like to do in your free time? Is that your favorite delicacy? I'm not
have you
judging.
had horse meat?
Can't say I have. Never wanted to.
No, you bought
Not
horse
only did we get some food, I got some spices, baits. We're
Great.
gonna have such delicious food.
Well, we're probably gonna need all the spices in that bag to cover up the taste of horse meat if we run out of food. So that's great.
Well, that's a good point. Anything can be really.
If anyone were to eat horse meat, it shall be me.
He bought
I certainly hope
the
so.
horse, so, anyways.
It serves more purpose as transportation for now. But if the time comes,
What a life, you know? Like,
I'm getting in the car.
you riding it somewhere to eat
Fall,
it?
no, you're gonna need help getting in the car. Or what?
No, I won't. I already took it off.
You still don't need help.
I can get in the
I'm
fucking
just making sure.
cart.
I'm just making sure. We've had a rough couple days.
it's late in the. Is it late in the afternoon?
It's getting towards evening. Yes.
All right, I'm gonna tie horse meat to the cart, and then I'm going to get in the cart.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a nap.
He sleeps a lot.
All right. Who's driving? The
I'll
car?
drive it.
You're driving. All right. Could you go ahead and give me an animal handling check?
How big is the seat for the wagon?
It's a triple bench.
So more than just her can sit up there?
Oh yeah. About 3 full-grown humans could sit there. So yeah, you could easily sit up there.
As we're getting going.
9.
9. Very well. You go ahead and snap the reins.
Wait. Who's sitting with me? I'm not doing this by myself. Barry, get up here.
I can help you.
Lavender, you can come
All
up
right.
too.
All right. Ah, Barry comes up, sits down. Oh.
Frick! I just got shocked.
By your you got shocked by your tablet.
Yeah.
It's strange.
Yeah.
Or did you have the charger plugged in halfway and you touched it?
I don't think so.
All right.
It might be Tempest
I
sending
thought
me
you
a
said
message.
you got shot, and I was like, what?
Shit!
Barry goes ahead and gets up on the bench next to you, Jezebel.
If you were to get shot up with an arrow, I hope you do that.
Sorry, break voice. Sorry, we're here. We're in it. We're playing.
So Barry sits up next to you.
Mm-hmm. Lavender as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lavender, you had something you wanted me to identify.
Oh, and I'm gonna take the thing off, the leather armor, and hand it to him.
Alright.
All right, so he hands you this piece
red?
of leather.
Already?
Yes. It's
We're
been
back.
happening more and more.
All right, so he has this. He gives you this piece of leather armor,
Oh, we're in the red again.
and the.
There it is.
I think we're good.
Okay. That's back. We're good.
Leather armor.
Piece of leather armor. There's a large tiger pelt that's over the shoulder of this armor. It's very very tight fitting. Definitely can see that it was designed for a very slender frame.
I'll sit down with it. Pull out the pearl I bought. And I start identifying using the ritual. It takes about 10 minutes.
Oh, what's going on?
Wait, alright. So it's going to take 10 minutes to do that. I'm not going to wait. I'm going to go.
All right.
What the fuck?
It's not gonna show it now. You'd have to.
Oh, we're still on.
Yeah,
We're still on. You're about to be like, fuck.
That's
Stream
cool.
ended.
So you're gonna do the ritual then?
So it takes 10 minutes. And I'll just sit down and concentrate on it, use the pearl on it, and see what I glean from it magically. It says specifically, if it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learned its properties on how to use them, whether it requires you attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Okay. Yeah. So after 10 minutes goes by, you successfully identify this as a magical chess piece. It does have a particular, I believe it's a enchantment attached to it.
All right. Well, Lavender, this has an enchantment on it. Do I know what it does exactly?
You know that it's directly linked to druidic abilities.
It's definitely for druids. It will help you. It will help you. It's for you, mate.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'm gonna take
There
it
you
back.
go.
And like,
We really need to hurry this along. We need to get going.
No, I was doing that while
Yeah, you guys have been
He's sitting
moving.
up front with us.
he handed it to me. I'm in the back.
Okay. So you guys just like turning around and talking back and forth like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, the wagon
I thought
itself.
it was a covered wagon.
It is a covered wagon, but there is a slit in the back of it, so you could open it and
Oh,
see
so it's
people in
like
the front.
A little,
Western
server
wagon.
door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Falmer.
No problem, mate.
All right. And with that, the strangers have left Lockmore on their way to Raven's Grin. Now, is there anything you guys like to do while you're riding into the night?
Survive.
I'm sleeping, so
You're gonna take a nap, right?
yeah, I'm gonna take a nap.
I just want to be out front watching, keeping an eye out on the road.
Okay.
Making sure to, because my coat, getting familiar with it, I'm going to make sure there's 2 daggers in the inside of the coat, and readying my new rapier to the side. Just kind of being ready for any sort of raiders, bandits. Anything.
So you're just super paranoid right now.
Yeah, we were attacked by centaurs last time.
All
so.
right. Okay.
I'll be
Paranoid much?
sitting near the
Yes,
back
it was.
of the wagon.
To see if we're attacked by centaurs.
Do I have a clear view behind us?
Yeah, you do. It's
I'll just like sit like near the back of the wagon, just kind of watch the behind and softly play some tunes.
Okay. Lavende, could you please give me a perception check?
Look, give you a song.
17.
All right.
Yeah.
As
Wait,
you are,
Yeah, 18. Sorry,
Double check.
18. I looked at the wrong number.
as you are riding along by Jezebel, Barry seems to be kind of whistling a tune to himself, killing passing time. You notice that Jezebel had in her bag a large wrapped up piece of parchment. Due to the rocking of the wagon, begins to slowly fall out. You actually watch it fall and hit the bench behind her and begin to roll like it's going to fall off the wagon. Do you want to grab it?
Yeah, I'm not going to try to open it. I'm just going to try to stop it from sliding
you
off.
actually, you grab it and you pick it up. You realize that it's, you're not sure what it is, but it's a wrapped up piece of parchment. It's rather big.
You almost lost this. I don't know what it is, but you almost
Where'd
lost
that
it.
come from?
It fell out.
Did you roll out my bag?
Yeah,
Okay, that's one.
just can't think what happened.
For sure.
Alright, I'm gonna put it back in and tighten it.
Alright.
And make sure I'm gonna keep my bag close to me, make sure it's sitting up so nothing falls out of it.
All right. Did you go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw?
That's gonna be
I told you.
alright. I got a
Depends on the person.
4.
Yeah, I got a 4.
4.
4. You put it back in your bag. You kind of stop for a second, and then you think to yourself, "What is that?" You actually completely forgot. You don't even know what that is that you just put in your bag.
Oh, it's not the thing that I bought.
No.
Oh. Okay. Wait a minute. I'm gonna hand like the reins over to Lavende. I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull it out and start unwrapping it.
What's
Okay.
your time to do animal handling?
All right.
Ooh, shit, I got to 22.
All right.
Oh, that's better than 4.
As you touch the reins
My
and
It's +4.
you grab on, you don't even have to really do anything. It's almost as though the horses immediately calm themselves and begin moving at a very synchronized, steady pace.
What's in the bag?
Do you open
I
it?
do. I turn
Okay.
to like hide, and then I'm gonna open it.
As you open it, you look at it and you see it's actually the map that you took out of one of the yurts
Mm-hmm.
in the Centaur camp.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time you actually have really looked at it though, not being in such a dangerous situation, not being so injured.
Mm-hmm.
You actually see that it's a map of the rather local area, almost all of Aronia. You do notice that there is a rather large dotted red line going in what looks like either a migration pattern or some sort of travel route. But you see that the line dots directly into Raven's Grin.
Oh no.
What is wrong?
I'm gonna turn around and hand it over to Barry to hold. So this is one of the maps that I pulled out of one of the huts at the Centaur camp. Looks like they're stopping at Raven's Grin.
Oh, the centaurs you were all talking about before I showed up?
Those are the ones that almost killed us all. Yeah, those centaurs.
Did someone say centaurs?
Yes, centaurs.
Yeah, we said centaurs.
Where?
Where are they?
Oh,
No, there's no centaurs. We're talking about... Look, I'm gonna have Barry turn around. He peeks into the back of the wagon. Jezebel had a map, and it looks like their migration pattern leads right to Raven's Grin, so we're moving right towards them.
Oh, fantastic. So we are going to run in centaurs.
Good.
Maybe, but I mean, it looks like their route is parallel to the road we're on.
So if we're lucky, we'll just meet them there as opposed to meeting them on the road.
Yeah, they're probably about, I don't know, maybe 25, 60 kilometers north of us.
What do you think, it's going to be a raid or something?
Do you know the best way to stop an ambush?
Blow everyone up.
Ambush them.
I was going to say cannons. Cannons
Blow
usually.
them up with cannons. It's
Ambush
always a good
the
way.
ambush.
We
With
don't,
cannons.
Harpoons even sometimes.
we don't have any of those.
Harpoons?
Harpooning them, yeah.
Harpoons are good. Does anyone have harpoons?
Okay.
I left mine on the ship.
What is a harpoon?
Should we move faster then?
Harpoons are like a spear, but it's got a barbed spike on the end.
Nasty
So when you
things.
pierce it, it can't really pull it back out.
Those.
Because
Let us
they're
get those.
nasty.
Who has the harpoons?
I used to have some. Don't have them anymore.
Can't say I do.
Okay.
They're usually something you find on a ship, not on land. So
It's true. They are typically an aquatic item.
So I don't think centaurs are equipped enough to raid Raven's Grin.
But
you wouldn't think.
You
I've seen weirder things.
can go and give me both you and Jezebel can give me knowledge history rolls. Jez, you'll get advantage on this.
Yeah, can I make a
I'll
roll?
also give you a plus 10 on this as well. It's about
Me?
Raven's Grin, not centaurs.
Well, maybe they just prey on
5.
travelers.
23.
Okay. You know that Raven's Grin is nothing like Gutterport or Lockmore. It's a smaller town. It has somewhat of a defense, but only from the coastal portion. If there was a attack, it is potential that they could invade. It would be definitely a fight, but it's possible.
It actually would be fairly easy for them to at least attempt to do raid on Raven's Grin. There's not much for defenses. It's a small place.
Well, if it's the same lot that we fought,
Yeah, that we ran into. We don't know how many there are, mate.
That's true. That's true right there. You can go ahead. And if you did, you want to do a roll for centaurs?
Yeah.
Okay.
7.
You go ahead and you have advantage on this too, just because of your background.
Lavender. Can you pick up the speed a little bit here?
7.
7. Okay. I'll go ahead and. You never dealt with them personally, as far as the size of them,
Right.
but you know some of the most strongest centaur tribes in Zakund sometimes had an excess of numbers of 100 to 150, and they would travel in massive migration patterns. Typically, when they came across an orc settlement, there was no negotiating. The centaurs believe that their pilgrimage or their migration is sacred to their beliefs and will attack anything that is erected in their way.
So, when it comes to centaurs, their numbers are vast. Typically, in Zakund, they would travel in the hundreds. Anything that they came across that was in their migration pattern, they would attack without hesitation.
well, that solves it. Let's not go to Raven's Grin. Let's just
But-
bypass it.
No,
But-
we're going to Raven's Grin.
These centaurs that we ran into were not like typical centaur. Centaurs don't eat people. Humans.
Wait, what? They were fucking eating people?
Yeah, they had some odd god. What was his name?
The Horn
Horns
God.
gods. Which I don't think we didn't recognize, right?
Pull the necklace. It's this, whatever this is.
Apparently he likes eating people.
That right there looks like some serious... Nope, that looks like a whole lot of nasty.
Do you recognize it?
Oh no,
I don't recognize
I've never seen it, but it looks like some
We've been
demon
around
shit.
and I've never seen anything like it before.
Okay. Well,
Well, Jez, we're good to go, right?
Yeah, we're going to go. We'll go by ourselves if we have to. You guys don't have to come with.
I want to find more out about these centaurs.
Either way, I'm going to pick it up.
so
Yeah.
how are we going to combat hundreds of centaurs?
That's
Not
typical
listening to
centaurs. Those are Zakun centaurs.
Well, like I said, cannons, mate.
So
It's a port city.
If we get some ships, the road that they're taking on that map goes along the coastline. All we gotta do is bring the ships up close. Boom. Far away.
Oh,
There's
I
not a
miss it so
lot that
much.
100 pounds of dwarven powder can't fix.
Yeah, Barry is so smart.
Okay.
Go
so,
faster, Lavender.
So we're powdering.
I'm going fast.
Oh,
I've been trying.
Oh, you get me all riled up now.
Okay, so we're not going to Raven's Grin instead of just getting a boat. We're using that boat to shoot at centaurs.
The point of going to Ravensgreen was to get the boat. So yeah, while we get the boat, we can... 2 birds, 1 stone. Ever done that before? Get the boat, shoot centaurs.
And then so not the
Right.
stones going towards centaurs.
Here's the problem. What if we run into centaurs before we get a boat?
Then we kill the centaurs.
And I won't have a reason to leave.
We had difficulties last time.
You had difficulties.
Excuse me? I remember you almost passing out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
after
yeah.
I killed 2 of them.
I'll let you guys
single-handedly.
bicker amongst yourselves to figure out whether or not you're going, but I'm going regardless, so just let me know if I need to let you guys off here or not.
Tempest is guiding us.
Well, I'm already invested anyway, so... If I die in Ravensgrin, I die in Ravensgrin, I guess.
You shall not die. Tempest shall be on our side.
I don't know about that. But you know, even if you do die, you've lived a long time, right? How many years? You're kind of getting bored, aren't you?
Let's have some fun.
I think this is exciting.
Well... Okay.
Either way.
Do you have a ship in mind? It sounds like a rather large ship for, well, a lot of us.
I have a ship in mind.
Are we enough as far as a crew to operate cannons and steer the ship and hoist the masts and...
No, we will get the dwarves. The
Wait,
dwarves over.
What dwarves?
The powder dwarves.
I want to do knowledgeable. How many people would it take to procure and operate a certain ship?
All right. Which ship are you talking about?
The Black Pearl.
The Black Pearl, mate.
Actually, you can do it with
my
someone.
uncle's ship.
Okay, so you know that would it is a smaller ship. You know that there's there's 4 cannons on it, 2 on each side of it. It would take probably about 5 to 6 people to operate it.
Oh, yeah.
Although the larger ships at the port, those are the ones that you need like 10, 15 men.
The ship that we're going to be getting, no more than 5 or 6 people. So what we have right now is fine. We don't have to worry about getting any more members. Assuming you all come along.
Yes.
Okay.
As long as there's room for horse meat.
Which...
We can, if horse meat survives the trip, we'll bring horse meat.
Well, how big's this ship?
5, 6 person manning ship. It's not that large.
Okay. Alright, well, I guess we're going to Ravensgrin and going to fire our cannons at centaurs.
Yes, we are.
Does the map say which side they'd be on? You said it follows the road, right?
Said it was 20 kilometers north of us or something.
Which
Yeah, it
side?
looks like it's about 20, 30 kilometers north of us.
So like off the side? Because it said it follows
Yeah,
the
you
road?
guys are sort of moving parallel with each other. So you're taking a southern road, they're taking a northern route, or at least
Okay.
it looks like their migration path is northern.
So...
They're
we'd
not,
be on our
and they're
left-
also from what the map you're looking at. They may not even be on a road or a path. It means that you guys are also probably going to be moving a lot faster than them.
Yeah, but they would be like off to our left then?
Above you, north.
Oh,
I said north,
I mean if they're parallel to us. Like if we looked off to...
north, above you.
Okay.
So it's moving parallel. You're on the southern road. You guys are both traveling east,
Okay.
but they're just north of you.
I'm just trying to figure out which way we need to look to make sure, like, if anything happens. to
Yeah,
keep
you
an eye
look,
out.
you look north.
Just keep an eye out on the side while I'm trying to drive this, okay?
Oh, I'll keep an eye out, alright?
Okay. Well, probably should keep our eyes out for centaurs, any scouts, anything along those lines.
Wake me up if you find a centaur. Go back to sleep.
He's sleeping again.
I-
Why is he just sleeps this whole time?
I'm
Someone's
okay
sleeping.
with this. It's fine. I don't have to listen about Tempest for the freaking...
Did someone say Tempest?
Oh, Kaz was just expressing interest in learning more.
Pretty sure you did it to yourself.
I suppose I could take a break to talk about Tempest with you.
More
What
importantly,
questions do you have?
I have a question. Where do we go when we die? Where do we go when we die?
It depends how you die.
Alright, let's say I die in battle.
Then there shall be a hall that you shall be in, where you should celebrate from the victories of battles with other warriors. Trading tales.
Alright, guys, what was your question? Go ahead. You had a question, right?
No.
He's shy.
Okay. I'll keep watch, and then if I see centaurs, I'll wake you up smile for us.
All right, I'll be laying here. I'll go back to sleep.
Okay. Is there anything anyone wants to do while you're traveling?
Just keeping an eye out.
So, I guess I just kind of look over my new rapier and see if there's any weird markings on it. Anything along those lines.
No. The construction of it's rather ordinary. It just happens that the person you bought it from was able to enchant it magically. You do notice that while you are wearing it, you have this, it's almost like the hair on the back of your neck stands up. You seem to almost be very alert while you're holding it. It's almost like you can't even settle down while holding it.
Is anyone else awake?
I'm driving. Or
By this point, the
directing.
sun has now fallen, and you guys have been going at a decent pace in the darkness. However, the horses are, at least the two in the front, are definitely starting to... You can tell on the reins that they're starting to slug.
Yeah.
They've been going for probably about 5 hours now, and they haven't stopped.
I think we should stop though, because the horses are getting tired.
Oh, well.
Try to find.
Maybe we
somewhere.
can veer off from the road, find somewhere to camp, let the horses feed, and so.
How far are we?
We're about to.
From Lockmore? Or...
David's Green.
Oh, you guys are several days away.
Okay.
So, you're not exactly sure how much distance you made from Lockmore at the moment, but you guys have been traveling for probably about 5 hours.
Okay.
Night has definitely fallen. Like Lavende said, the horses, you could visibly tell, are starting to get a little fatigued. And you probably have at least 2 to 3 more days of travel before you actually get to Ravensgrind.
I can stop right here and kind of go look a little bit and see if I can find somewhere to sleep for the night.
I could do that thing where he turns to an animal again.
I mean, I can.
That was pretty cool. I'd like to see it again.
Okay.
Alright, cool.
Alright, and I'm gonna just kind of pulled off a little bit and bring the cart to a stop.
Okay.
Are we stopping?
Horses are getting tired.
Oh, all right. So okay, so we camping here.
We want to find a safe place to pull
That-
off.
Lavenday's gonna go scout out ahead.
I'm gonna
all
try
right.
to find something. I'm gonna use Beast Change to turn into a direwolf
Okay.
and kind of go the opposite way from where the map said that the centaurs would be. Whatever, into the woods, as wherever the opposite.
So you want to move further south?
Yes.
So as you look around the terrain, there's very few trees now that still have leaves on them.
Mhm.
A lot of the local vegetation is starting to wither and die. It's getting very cold at night.
Mhm.
The daytime it's still moderate, but you could definitely feel that the end of fall and moving into winter is quickly approaching.
Mm-hmm.
As you change into your wolf shape, you put your nose to the cold ground, you begin to pick up the scent of the dirt and the dying vegetation. Move into the leaf-laden ground. What are you looking for?
Kind of like I don't know if there's any like caverns like where we stayed at the last time,
Give me a survival check.
and I get the advantage because it's the wolf, right? And or it's my preferred terrain.
Okay.
Oh, natural 20. That's a 27.
Okay. You said it was a natural 20?
Yeah.
It's a 27.
Altogether.
You, in a matter of probably about 10 minutes, survey a good mile of terrain around you, at least to the southern portion of the road that you stopped on. You don't find any caverns. The elevation is starting to rise. You definitely is nowhere near like the terrain of Gutterport, with it had the deep bogs and wetlands is now starting to get a little bit more rocky, a little bit more bluffs are starting to form and develop. However, no caverns to be found. You do find what looks like a very large area that has been cleared out. Not sure how old it is. Looks definitely several years, but possibly this area was logged at one point. So there's this nice clearing of empty trees that provides a good tactical advantage if you were to have to deal with anything.
Okay. I'm going to keep that in mind and head back to the caravan. And like as I break the tree line, I'm going to like get out of my beast shape.
All right. So I'm gonna be right back. Chat, I definitely apologize. I'm a little sick. I'm having a cold. My nose is starting to run, so I'm just gonna go take care of that.
Don't worry, we'll take good care of him.
So you guys go ahead and RP while I do that.
Okay. Okay, so as I break the tree line, I'm going to shape, like, I'm going to be, like, mid-shaping, D-shaping? Would it be D-shaping?
All the DMs away, all the things we can do right now.
Well, all of a sudden,
There's
I'm
no
insanely-
God.
I'm insanely. I just found all this gold on the road. Holy fuck!
Oh my god, you got all the diamonds. Look
I
how
can
many diamonds I
verify.
found.
I can verify that.
Is this where we have the orgy?
Orgy?
Yeah,
Alright,
but-
alright, let's go for it.
I'm going back
I'll wait
into
for
the
the DM to
woods.
come back to describe it for us.
I'm going back into the woods. I'm not having any part of this.
Alright, I see you when I see you break through. Lavender, what'd you find?
I didn't. I was looking for like a cave, kind of like what we had the last time we stayed out.
Right.
But I couldn't find anything. But there was like a clearing I think would be very good. Looks like people chopped down a bunch of trees at some point. I can lead us back to that point.
Lead the way.
Well,
Animal handling.
Animal handling.
natural 20.
Well, it looks
Oh.
like you fucking.
Oh, weird. Yeah, we all saw it, right? Yeah, that's a natural 20, man.
Wow.
Oh, I thought you actually did.
Look at this trove of treasure. A naked.
Well, once we make
They
camp,
could-
does anyone have any defensive mechanisms or spells maybe that can help us rest a little easier?
What?
Nothing that I could just put up and not have to. Not
Just
worry
make a
about.
perimeter around the camp or
I
something?
don't know what's up with this sword, but I'm just on edge.
What are you talking? What are you
Constantly.
talking about?
Are you fun?
Wait, what sword? What are you talking about?
I got this in Knockmore. I just, for some reason, I'm just very attentive right now.
We'll try letting go of it, mate.
I just bought it.
I mean, like, set it down. Is it when you're touching it, or is it all the time? When it's on your person?
It's just,
Do you not know what it does?
well, not specifically. I know it's enchanted.
Right. Would you like to know what it does?
Probably would like
Sure.
to know what it does.
All right. Well, while they're guiding us to the campsite, I'm going to sit in the
I roll-
back and
I rolled a
start.
13 on animal handling to get the cart back to the...
Okay, very well. You move them there easily. Just actually, from your 5 hours of moving them, I'm going to go ahead and say that you're able to move these animals now without having any problems. It seems like they've taken a liking to you relatively quickly.
I am doing another ritual identifier for his rapier.
Okay. After 10 minutes goes by, and you already know what it does. You just think this is probably funny to watch him do this. But you get a very similar sign that you had with Lavende. It's a weapon that has some sort of enchantment attached to it. However, you know that it needs to be attuned in order to wield it, but simply by wielding it, more than likely it'll attune to the wielder.
Well, it looks like you got once you get attuned to it, it looks like it'll help you be more what does it do? Is that
Alert.
You'll be way more alert. But it sounds like the way you were describing it, you're already attuned to it, mate. So, congrats.
All
on
right.
that.
Well, I guess I can keep watch a little bit longer, but I do need my beauty sleep. So, who wants next to watch?
No, I'm not feeling very tired anyway, so. I can stay up a while.
Yeah, I could go ahead and stay up too. I figured that we'd all sit around, maybe talk about, how we're all doing.
Oh, okay.
What does it matter how we're all doing? You know, Barry, you're getting awfully close to everyone.
You know,
I'm not gonna lie, Jez. It has a lot to do with the fact that you don't hit me as much as Shiv did.
I just hit you earlier. So.
But that's one time so far today. With
Oh,
Shiv,
counting, all right.
that at least would have been 5.
Yeah, well, I prefer not to talk about him.
So
But thank you, I suppose. I'd like to know that I'm at least a little bit better than him.
this Shiv sounds like a unsavory
Piece
fellow.
of work, the hangman they call him.
The hangman, mate.
Alright.
Well,
Go ahead and give me a knowledge history.
Is it because he hangs upside down all day?
Shut up,
2.
Fauna.
Is he a bat?
With advantage.
Shut up, Fauna.
I'll give you one more shot.
11.
Okay, yeah. It was towards the tail end of your days hanging out with that type of crowd, but you know that name. It is definitely recognize it. A rather insidious person, very infamous character from the Marauders Strand. The reason why he is known as the Hangman is the ship that he has is known as Gallows End. And a very common practice that he would do with his prisoners is encase their head into a face cage and swing them off the boat. And they would simply die of exposure and starvation, leaving a rather grim appearance to those that the ship would unfortunately be the target of.
Oh, so this hangman, he's a rather unsavory fellow.
Amongst other things, yeah, Shiv is a man that exists that I wish was not existing.
Well, it sounds like you two have history.
I suppose you can call it that.
And along with Raven's grin, your demeanor has changed quite a bit. You are rather adamant in getting there now that you have learned that centaurs are going to run.
Do they not know about the...
Oh, Barry, please keep going.
Keep going, Barry. You
Yeah,
have something.
Barry. Keep going, Barry.
Nope, I'm good. I'm feeling. Oh, is anyone else feeling really cold now? I need to get my jacket.
You know what? Actually, I need to get the fuck away from me, people, for a moment, alright? I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go for a walk.
Alright, I'll go with you.
No, you are not going with me.
Okay, so
You absolutely are not going with me.
Jessica's leaving, and you said you were rather cold, so you know what's good for cold? Tea. Tea's rather good. So
Jesus fucking Christ.
let's hear it.
No. I'm not speaking on Jezebel's behalf.
I can keep a secret.
I don't think you can.
Oh, I have secrets.
No, I don't know. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm kind of scared of Jezebel.
Oh, she won't find out.
Then she's gonna find out.
Well, she won't find out about Samantha either.
How do you know about Samantha?
I can keep secrets.
Well, I'm a little worried now. A little scared. How'd you find out about her?
I have my ways.
Well, if you could find out that, then I'm sure you could find out whatever else. So did you peek into my brain?
As soon as I'm out of eye shot, I want to use stealth to go back and hide and listen to what they're talking about.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth roll, and go ahead and give me a perception check there.
Are we at our campsite?
You guys need to build it.
Unnatural 20.
I'm gonna.
I'll help build it.
I got a 16.
Find some
Very well.
firewood.
You, Jezebel, lurk through the shadows, moving ever so gently as you, with grace and guile, approach the conversing to.
I'm just gonna sit there and wait.
She's just rather on edge right now.
Of course she's on edge. She's got reasons to be, alright, mate?
What, she's on edge because she's going to be stealing a ship, or?
I'm not telling you, alright? Okay? I'm trying to get in good with her, right? And maybe if I play my cards right, I might be first mate.
First mate? Ah, I see. Well, it's not a bad position. I was in a very similar position with Arthur, so...
Right.
I'm trying to get in that kind of relationship with Jezebel, I see. She is rather well endowed.
Oh, no. No. I will never try to advance on Jezebel sexually.
Not your type.
Oh, no, she's definitely more type. It's just, look at me. I look like a bag of shit. I'm way past my prime. The packer don't work as much as it used to. So...
and with that, I'm going to stand up and go to try to find some firewood.
I'm also looking for firewood.
You know, I have some remedies for that.
Oh, that would be great.
Oh, yes.
You have anything for boils, too?
Well, there might be some ointments we can apply to that. There's some herbal remedies that help with the libido. And I knew plenty of males back in Gutterport who had the issue of hoisting the mass. So...
Yeah, my master's at hoisting.
Well, we can fix that, Barry.
Well, I'll keep that. You know what? You help me out with some of those things. And, maybe we'll start... my mouth will start loosening up a little bit.
Oh, that's fantastic.
By a little bit, I mean, I won't tell you anything.
Oh, Barry.
But I will definitely appreciate, the mast hoisting.
Well, usually when I mast hoist for men, their mouths do move either way.
Wait, what?
I'm
I'm gonna walk out. What are we talking about?
No, ships. Talking about boats.
Ships and boats.
Boat parts.
He needs
Lots.
help hoisting his mast, so I was giving some...
Well, I don't imagine he'll be hoisting any mast. You're the cartographer, so you're not as...
Right, that's
you don't
what
have the upper body strength that I haven't noticed.
I am rather frail.
Well, maybe you can join in on Fallner's little exercise and toss some boulders and build a...
Yeah, why does the little guy do that?
I think it's a self-assurance thing that
I think it's a weird tick he has.
Is that what it is?
It's like a weird tick. He's got to do it.
Well, he's obsessed with diamonds.
Right.
He's constantly throwing boulders.
To be fair, I don't blame him for being obsessed with diamonds. They're
Maybe
beautiful.
he's confused. Maybe he thinks he's a dwarf.
Do dwarves throw boulders?
I know they like rocks.
They do like rocks. They like rocks.
They're rather greedy.
Now that's a stereotype, mate.
You're getting a little derogatory there, mate.
Yes, you sounded slightly racist,
Just
but
a little bit. You think with your type, you wouldn't be talking like that?
you know what? Actually, no. All right, I'm not trying to sound racist myself here, but that
I mean, have you met a dwarf that doesn't like the coin?
All right, that's
Every
like saying
dwarf
that.
I've met's been somewhat pleasant, not terrible, not terrible.
There are dwarves out there that don't.
Okay, the carpenter.
That's a bad example, all right, mate. A bad example.
Well, anyways, Fauna is a rather particular halfling that I don't understand. I've spent a number of years with the halfling actually living with him, so...
we spend a lot of time listening to you try to get information from other people. What's your deal?
What do you mean?
Well, how old are you now? You said how long you've been around.
160? Somewhere?
How long were you working at the Moss Lantern?
20 years? I believe so.
Okay, alright. So obviously, I'm going to gesture to the flag on his person.
What?
You've lived quite an interesting life. What made you want to go turn to a whorehouse?
Well, I didn't have a choice in that matter. Thank you. I was
How
taken
so?
when I was younger and forced into the sex trade. So, yes, this was when I was with Arthur. There was just one night we got docked and we had some fun.
What do you mean you had some fun?
I stole a flag.
Oh, that kind of fun,
I
alright.
got down to just a belt and jumped onto the ship, went up the mast and chased down the flag. It was a rather fun night, but yes, I've lived quite a full life. But I'm sure we will have a couple of other nights that we can share stories, and I have plenty to share. Just don't want to lay it all out there.
You know, I have been around a lot of scoundrels, thieves, and bullshitters in my time. And I have never, ever seen someone so skilled at speaking a line of bullshit for 30 seconds straight without saying anything at all.
Hey, well,
That was impressive.
thank you.
That was impressive. You should gamble.
I do. Dragon's Ante is my game.
Dragon's Ante. All right. Well, we gotta play sometime. I like a little bit of. Personally, I like a little
Barry,
dice.
do you have anything to gamble?
Not yet.
I was about to say, I assume Shiv wouldn't let you, have too much on your person.
Because of gold.
Well, right. And most of the time, I spent all my gold on my earnings on booze.
Which
So,
wasn't much.
which is not a lot. Speaking of which, does anyone have any booze?
I'm gonna pull a flask out my boot.
Oh, that's all. Is that all we have?
That's all I have, mate.
Oh. Alright, this is gonna be a problem. I'm gonna start having withdrawals here really fucking soon.
Oh, tell me about it. That's all I've been thinking about.
Oh god. Alright. Well, I'm
We'll
gonna
have to
start.
ration it, alright? Be fine, we'll make it. We'll do rations.
Oh.
Have you just tried not drinking as much?
Oh, I haven't not drank since, I don't know, at least
Well.
7 or 8 years now. Oh, I'm gonna go try to see if I can find some fruit or something in the woods. He stops. Shit. It's ridiculous. Alright, never mind.
With the...
Shit, potatoes! There's gotta be potatoes.
Alright, Barry, go find the potatoes. Good
Wait,
luck.
What just happened? What?
He's trying to think of anything but the alcohol.
Oh, okay. Well, that might
I have a problem. I'll gladly admit that, but Barry has a problem.
The drinking probably might be the cause of his libido issue, so...
His what now?
He has issues with the mass. He's, getting...
Why was he telling you that? Were you trying to sleep with him?
Was that?
Were you trying to sleep with him?
Oh, no. We were just, having small talk.
About his dick.
Well, I'm not one to,
Wow, we really are sharing everything right now. Alright.
Jezebel, you can at least tell us why you're so adamant in getting there now. This was just going to be a careless stroll through the roads, and then now all of a sudden you want to beat the horse dead.
Alright, I'll give you this.
Okay.
I lived there, alright? I know people there.
Oh, okay. So
People I'd rather not get massacred by a band of crazy horsemen. So...
So you have loved ones.
I wouldn't go that far, but I care enough to make sure they don't get slaughtered.
Jezebel, it's fantastic to hear that you have a heart wedged between those two rather large, voluptuous gifts.
I have other things wedged there too, mate.
Alright, well, I'm getting rather tired, and I need to get my beauty sleep.
So Lavender and I went looking for firewood.
I rolled a 25
I'm low key looking for boulders.
Okay, so
on survival.
I'm not gonna have you roll to look for firewood. It's everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know.
So
if,
yeah,
like, some of them...
you find an adequate amount of firewood, definitely enough to burn through the night. However, Falder, you struck gold because the bluffs here starting to get a little bit, rocky. You find quite a few boulders, some good-sized ones.
Excellent. All right, I'll go get me things, me effects. I'm gonna put on the chain shit, extra weight. I'm gonna keep all my things close by it so I can keep an eye on it, and then I'm gonna start small at first. We'll build up.
All right, so probably about bowling ball size.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right, I'd say you found 3 boulders.
Phew.
One that's about bowling ball size.
Is that the noise you would make?
Okay, another one that's probably about the size of probably like a beach ball.
Right.
And then there's a real big one.
Oh.
One that you've never even picked up a boulder this big.
They're all gonna get thrown.
It's legitimately probably like an Atlas stone size.
Amazing.
I have no idea.
Are you doing this for Lavender?
If he's around, sure.
Did you?
Yeah, Lavender, as you're grabbing woods, you see that he's been hauling boulders back to camp. However, this last one, I want to need you to give me a strength check on.
I fucking hate it so much.
I'll roll a natural 20.
Me too, man.
Me too. Definitely not. 2.
Two?
Oh, no.
All right. This last
Missing a
one
zero.
is it's difficult. You have been trying to lift it.
Hold on. I don't think I rolled worse, but I have disadvantage because I'm wearing that armor.
Yes, you do. Yep.
Yeah, that's better. So it's 2.
Yeah, you've been trying for a good 10 minutes to get it to move, and you just will not budge. However, the bowling ball size one, you've managed to pick that one up, and you've been tossing it back and forth, and yeah,
I'll stick with that one.
yeah, you've been moving it real good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys watch as Fallner is just starting to get a real heavy sweat going on. You can hear this chain clanking as he runs over to grab the boulder that just hit the ground. Every once in a while, you hear him running and trip, hit the ground, get back up, and just
Watch your toes.
Meanwhile, Smallross, what would you like to be doing?
I'm still asleep.
You just passed out. Okay,
Yeah.
so Labane, are you gonna set up camp?
Yeah, I'm going to set up the camp.
Okay, how are you setting it up?
Well, I don't really have any logs or anything, but I'm gonna do the teepee style. You know what I'm talking about?
You're gonna try to build a tent?
No, with the fire.
Oh, for the bonfire.
You know
Okay.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try that, and I'm going to use. Do you want me to use the survival? I rolled survival earlier to try to find them. Do you want me to use that roll?
For what?
To build the fire and make it a good fire.
You know how to build a fire.
Okay. And I'm going to just cast produce flame
Right.
and light it that way.
And with like that, a bonfire has been lit and the flames grow high and bright. Good amount of warmth is immediately spread through the surrounding area. You can start to see the grass in the surrounding area illuminated. Fallner, it's perfect lighting for you just to be able to see where your boulder lands. Smallross, you awake to a grumbly belly.
Oh, God, he's gonna eat those.
I'm hungry.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna hop out. So we have set up camp.
Oh, you're awake, Smallross.
Yes,
So what do we owe the pleasure of you being awake?
I'm hungry.
Beautiful. Well, your horse is still here. If you're trying to eat the horse.
Not yet.
Wouldn't prefer to watch you slaughter it, though.
No.
What are you gonna eat? Please tell me you brought trail rations.
Is there food?
You didn't.
Has anyone hunted?
Smallross, did you bring anything from when we went shopping? You didn't buy any supplies?
I have rations.
You don't want to eat that?
Why would I eat rations? Those are emergencies.
Rations for traveling, mate.
When you've traveled, you've only eaten rations?
Usually, yeah. I prefer not to work for my food, so usually, yeah.
Well, if you think about it, we all just we're day one in our travel to Revan.
Oh my God!
So-
what are you doing, Paul?
So, if you're really hungry,
You see Fallner holding a boulder, wearing this oversized chainmail.
if you find some food, I can cook it for you.
God damn it!
That one got some distance.
Alright then. I'm gonna go out and look for food.
Hey, Fauna, mate. You think maybe instead of throwing rocks all night tonight, you can play us a song?
I'm going to.
I can play a
I'm
song.
going to follow him.
Right,
I can
I
sing a
think
song while I'm throwing.
Lavane and Smallross,
You're going to sing a song while
head
you're
into
throwing?
the
Throw
dead timber.
me rocks across the way.
I'm gonna be.
Continue the
sleeping.
song, Falmer.
You're gonna take a nap.
Yeah.
Okay. For
Continue.
the rest of the night.
Just,
La-
My meditation.
Okay. Can I go ahead and
The
get a
lyrics of
survival check from the two of you?
Musical genius right there.
Thank you. It came off right.
You're
top
going
of my head.
places. You're going places. Drop
Do I
the
still get
fucking
this
boulder, though,
advantage
please.
since it's forced?
Well, that's,
And
what
leave
I'm,
it there.
that's what I'm
You
doing.
said survival?
Yeah.
A natural 20.
Nice.
13. You did better than me.
Okay. Smavros. Both Lavende, Smavros moving through the timber. There's a weird symbiotic mental relationship between the two of you as you do this. For a moment, you actually almost feel like you have another orc with you hunting. The way he moves, how silent he's being, how he's avoiding certain taboos while hunting, it's impressive. However, he signals to you that he's picked up some tracks, and you look down and notice that there's some rather large hoof prints. And as the two of you follow these hoof prints, you actually come across what looks like a rather large adult male boar.
Adult what?
Or
Boar.
Oh, boar. I'll look towards you.
Excellent call signs. Would you like to take a shot at the boar then?
yes.
Okay, so go ahead and
Now let's see how that's.
I'm going to ready a spell, too,
Got called out.
to be able to...
That is a 26 to hit with the longbow.
Okay. You pull the arrow back. As it hits the notch, you release, and you watch as the arrow hits the boar. Kill shot. You watch as the boar hits the ground. It sputters for a moment before it stops moving. It appears that you must have struck it directly into the heart.
Nice. I'm gonna signal him to wait for a minute just to make sure that no other boars or anything come. And when everything for 30 seconds, if everything's clear, I'm gonna be like, okay, I think you'd be better off carrying that. It looks heavy.
Pick up the boar, throw it over my shoulder. How big is it?
It's a good size, so I'm gonna need you to give me a strength check to pick it up like that.
21.
Yeah, you pick it up. It's probably about a good 280-pound boar.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
So it looks like we're going to be eating pretty well. Do you know how to,
Skin it, and then
yes.
yeah, we can figure it out.
Alright, don't let Falmer. Don't let Falmer near it.
I'm not going to, and I'm not gonna let you toss it directly into the fire.
That's fair.
And can I reach up and take the arrow out?
Yeah.
I'm going to take the arrow out.
Okay.
I will say your prowess when it comes to hunting.
I was on my own for a long time, small for us. I had to learn.
But to work in tandem, that was impressive.
Well, I didn't want you to be alone. After I set the fire up, I saw you walk off. With what you said, I kind of figured, so I just followed you.
Good. Alright, let's head back to camp.
Both of you make your way back, and as you do, you come across Jez. What would you like to be doing while that was happening?
I'm just sitting here watching phone now.
Okay. You actually,
Throwing rocks.
as the two of you come back from the tree line, you actually see as Falner has stopped throwing the boulders. He's completely exhausted. He's put the boulder down, and he sits down on the rock. He's just dripping with sweat as Jezebel is sitting across from him,
Dropping my dagger.
just sharpening her weapon, staring at Falner.
Would you like to try?
No, Falner, no, I think I'm too brittle. I can't, definitely cannot manage to toss a boulder the same way you do. I don't want to embarrass myself.
Oh, I know
But
what
you look pretty worn out, so maybe you've done enough now. Maybe you could just stop and sit down for a moment.
I am sitting down.
I'm gonna stay there.
The two of you see Lavende and Smallbross return.
There you are. How long were you got? How long did that take?
Probably about an hour.
Oh. Were you guys successful? Oh, look at that.
It was an excellent shot by Lavende.
Would you like me to prepare it?
No.
I got everything for it.
No.
Why? Why?
You have boulders to toss.
Oh no, I'm done with that.
We'll continue then.
Listen, do you know nothing about the halflings? We are. If there's one thing we know,
We shall
it's
clean
food.
it and then give you
Fauna.
your piece. You can cook it however you like.
We saw what you did to that poor bird, Fauna.
Right, I was in a hurry.
I don't think there's
I'm
any
gonna
That
lay
was
down.
for what
that
you
was a
did.
poor example. You should give me a chance, especially if I'm going to be the cook.
Lavende, show me how
wait,
humans
Fauna,
clean.
wait. You see that over there? It's the biggest boulder I've seen for a long time. It looks like something you could definitely, possibly toss. Something that's way bigger than anything I've seen you toss, mate.
I'm not falling for that.
While they're doing
I don't
that,
know, are
I'm
you?
going to
I'm not.
try to start
We need a
skinning
deception
it.
check.
Give me a survival check.
Can I help him?
Oof.
Yeah.
Alright.
I got an 11.
So I think you get advantage because I'm helping you.
You also get advantage because you're still in the woods.
Wait, what did he
Oh,
do to
really?
the
That
bird?
that counts too. Oh, I
Didn't
didn't
do
know.
anything to the bird.
Fucking eviscerated its
That
flesh.
is a 14 now. 14. I don't
I'm doing a
think
deception check on that, Fauna.
Go ahead.
I've never really skinned anything like this before, so hopefully
27.
it goes good.
Yeah.
As I'm like,
Why, Rob?
You've never
Give
skinned
me
a
a
boar?
charisma saving throw.
I've never skinned like this is really big, and you know, I never
It's not a terrible job.
21.
Thank you, small force.
You definitely are buying what Jezebel's putting down.
I'm sure there is an excellent boulder over there. I'm quite tired of thinking it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just assumed you could pick it up. I guess I was assuming too much. I apologize. Continue with the boar thing, please.
No, I'm fine now.
Meanwhile, while you two of you are arguing, you guys see that Smallbross and Lavende have just begun just skinning this boar. I mean, almost like a NASCAR pit stop. They are pulling the skin off of this boar.
You hear in the distance. Zzz, 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 zzz.
Before long, you guys have the hide removed. Meat is available. How do you guys want to cook this?
Well, first, I want to take the hide and put it on the cart because
Okay.
we can use that later for something else.
Okay. Are you just how are you storing that?
I have a chest. Can I put it in?
You want to put it in the chest?
Yeah.
Lavende, I don't know if that's such a great idea. Anything that we don't use, we should probably bury because it will attract wildlife.
Before I close the lid, I can take it in the morning. I think you're right.
Go ahead and give me a wisdom save.
My wisdom is high, guys. That is not a good roll. That isn't 15.
Okay. As you are getting ready to close the trunk and you're thinking about that, you actually see the hide of this boar sort of move its head over towards you and look at you. Aren't you going to take me with you?
Oh, God.
Don't worry, I'm going to take you with me.
Take me with you.
I'm gonna reach in and then like hold it up against me. Don't worry, I'm going to take
Do I see this?
Yes,
Oh
you
my
watch as he's
God,
talking to
do we
this
see why
skin.
does everyone see it?
As he
Jeez.
hugs this skin boar.
Lavende!
What is Lavende doing?
Lavende, knock that off. Respect the animal. Don't-
The animal wanted me
don't-
to take him with us.
Oh, what now? Is the boar talking to you right now?
You look back at it, it's not moving.
What's the boar saying to you, mate?
It begged me to take him with us.
I'm gonna start taking the section of the meat and start cooking it.
Okay.
Lavende, you feeling a little remorseful about killing that animal or something?
Why not just spit roast it?
Sometimes.
I'm cooking it over. fire.
It seemed he's
Right, that's what
really
spit
nice
roasting is.
actually.
He's not nice. He's not anything.
Well, then I'm
dead,
spit
mate.
roasting it. I don't know what.
Would you like help
Is
with it?
anything ever
No,
really
I've
dead?
got it. If you would like to
That
cook your
is-
meat,
Right there. You're literally, it's a head. There's no body.
we've
It's
split
dead.
it up for you.
It's as dead as dead can be.
But we can all
Just cook your own food.
all right.
I'm going to bury it, and then I'm going to take it in the morning.
Do I need to roll for a
I'll roll
cooking?
insight on him.
Alright, go ahead and roll an insight.
Tonight's RP. Not getting anywhere today, guys. 18.
What are you trying to get a vibe for?
If he's really gonna bury it, like if he's lying about what he's gonna do with the boar head.
Are you?
No, I wasn't deceptive.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like he's gonna go. He seems truthful.
Alright. Well, sorry for your loss, I guess. And I'm gonna walk off.
You begin cooking your food. Go ahead and give me a.
What? It's 12 plus what? What? Survival?
You don't have cooking as a profession, so yeah, just be survival.
So 14.
14. All right. You cook it pretty well.
Good, yeah. Awesome.
I'm
I'll
going,
take it and start eating it.
I'm going to start burying
Okay.
the
Your friend.
skin. Burying my friend.
So I'm assuming everyone's going to go ahead and partake in eating some food.
I'll cook.
I'd
mine.
wait Kaz too to offer him some.
Yeah.
We're all cooking our food separately. As well.
Separately?
What I was told.
We're all cooking our food separately?
Yes.
Over one fire?
Yes.
Okay.
I suggested we
We're not
spit roast it.
We're not spit roasting
That's
it?
what I suggested, but no.
If you want to spit roast your half, that's fine. I've gotten my
This
my
is a-
portion.
There's
And
a.
I've cooked it and I've eaten it.
It's a really big board. Do you want to cook it all right now?
Well, does anyone have the materials to do that or the equipment to do that?
So
I'm just gonna
skip
eat my
those.
trail rations. I'm already over it.
Fine, I'll take a little piece and I'm gonna just cook a little piece and. Personally, if I were you guys, I would cook the whole thing now. It will last a lot longer. If you just keep raw food around, it's gonna go bad a lot faster.
Small boss, what do you want?
We've killed a boar.
Okay,
There's food.
I'm perfectly fine. I bought a lot of trail rations with the gold we have.
Why would you buy trail rations? Eat old meat when new meat's here.
I don't.
It'll make you strong, Kaz.
I-
For the centaurs.
No, I don't know where that boar's been. I don't.
It's been at the wrong end of Lavende's arrow.
Well,
Patatas.
who's cooking it?
You cook it.
No, I don't do that.
Hey, while this is going on, I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna take my flask and I'm gonna put a portion of the drink that I bought into it.
All right, fair enough. I was just offering you
Well,
the
thank you.
bounties.
Am I
are
done?
out.
I appreciate
Burying
the
it.
offer.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go up and
But you know what?
did I ever hear their conversation? Am I close enough?
It's my flask.
No,
It's
you
my
wouldn't have
own
been able to hear word for word.
Okay. All right, then I'm going to take my own piece and try to cook it.
Okay.
Well,
Trust you.
Okay.
And
Oh,
it's
now you don't trust
on-
me. Now he doesn't trust me.
I'm trust you. Up here. Alright. So I'm gonna cook mine and we'll use some of the spices I bought. I want to make it look and smell amazing. Everyone's gonna be real jealous of it.
Okay. So, do you have cooking as a profession?
I do, and I'll get my full proficiency bonus for the tools I bought.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a cooking check then.
I got the unnatural 20 on my.
On natural 20.
Me too, buddy.
All right. You prepare it rather professionally. You are able to season it quite well, and it is it's a lot better smelling and looking than what Smavros did. But Smavros simply just cooked it to eat it. Same thing with Lavende, just cooked it to eat it. Yours is the only one that looks like a little bit of creativity went into the cooking.
With the foliage around it. Really presented it.
Garnish it.
Right.
Put a little mint on top.
Alright.
So, you guys watch as Falner approaches the campfire to sit down with his food, and he has this, what looks almost like in-quality food.
I'm going back to sleep.
Okay.
That is impressive.
Well,
Oh, you know what I think that is? I think that's some sort of illusionary spell. This is very...
Is that magic?
You won't try a piece.
No, I don't.
You won't try a piece, mate.
What's Barry
I'll
doing?
try your magic.
Barry is basically in the cart, to laying down, taking a nap.
Okay.
Barry, we have food.
Okay, you got to be so loud.
You see Barry. Oh, try to sleep, mate. What's going on?
We have food.
Oh, it's alright. I'm not hungry.
Don't you sit? No,
Are you sure, Barry? It's been a long day.
No,
You gotta keep nourished, be on the up and up.
I couldn't find any potatoes.
I'm gonna.
You don't need potatoes, there's a bowl right here.
Is the cart by grass?
I can cook you something, Barry.
No, it's alright. I don't need that. My head hurts.
Your head hurts.
So what are you doing with that hide?
Oh, is it the withdrawal?
I don't know. Maybe I can use
Alright,
it
Barry,
for
Barry, come here. I'm
something.
pouring flask out.
So I don't know if you've ever done it before. We go
You know,
once,
I was-
like smoke it and dry it out.
I was trying to save this for myself,
Do
but
you know how to do that?
you can have the rest of it.
We can make like a
He takes the flask.
like a couple sticks intersecting over the fire a little bit, and put it around on top of it, and the heat should keep it pretty warm. Especially when the
What is Fulner talking about?
once the fire dies down a bit, you know.
Is this how to burn a body? What's happening?
I think they're gonna try to dry the leather.
Dry the hide.
Okay.
Just let it happen, man.
Go ahead and give me a leatherworking check with disadvantage.
What?
Would you know how to do that?
I'm a bard. I know how to do everything.
He's got you there.
You know how-
You know the famous songs.
You
of the
know
bards?
you know history and you know music. Go ahead and give me a leatherworking check.
Leatherworking isn't history, duh. The dots are all connecting now.
And go ahead and give me with disadvantage.
What?
Well, he was talking. He was just talking.
So
He was just talking about doing
Wouldn't
it,
be survival.
explaining it to him.
No, I'm gonna have it. It's gonna be a profession check.
Profession shit.
Yeah, leathermaking.
It's a profession you don't have.
It's not survival. People don't just know how to do that for survival.
Right.
Hey, dude, natural 20s happen, dude.
I guess.
He has disadvantage.
But natural 20s and skill checks are not automatic successes.
Did you take off the leather or the chainmail?
Oh, you can't have double the disadvantage, so it doesn't matter.
Well, it's up to the GM.
So that would be a 15.
15. Okay, you've read some books on leatherworking. You kind of remember how to do it. So, you pretty sure your advice of Lavende was sound.
To be fair, I've only read about this. I've never done it myself.
I didn't believe you anyway.
That's fine.
I saw how you took care of that pheasant.
Okay. Did you
can't
see how I just took care of my dinner tonight?
I did.
Right.
Luck.
Look. Okay.
I know how you cook.
Okay, and then while you two are bickering about food, Barry opens up the flask and you see him.
What you just do?
Oh, that hit the spot right there. That's some good
good,
stuff.
good.
Wow,
I
that's,
hope you enjoyed
why is
every
it
drop.
so sweet tasting?
That was just a special little concoction I had made.
Tastes like syrup.
I don't like it.
Oh, it's just like
You know, I gave you the last some alcohol and you don't even like it.
No, I didn't finish.
Appreciate
I didn't finish it. It's just very medicinal.
You didn't finish it.
No, just why? Was I supposed? I thought you want me to have all of
I
it.
don't want to. You might as well. I'm not going to drink after you, mate. Look at your mouth.
All right. Oh, come on, Jez. Come on, not for the guys.
Atta boy, look at you go.
There we go. It's
How's the
empty.
head?
Oh yeah, that definitely tastes like medicine.
Yeah, right. That is for you though, right, mate? How you feeling?
Fucking me as a kid. Oh god.
I'm feel all right.
Headache gone?
Hey, headache's cool.
Wow, that's some serious withdrawal symptoms you got going on, mate. Why don't we go over here? I'm going to motion towards the side of the cart.
All right.
I just want to talk to you, that's all.
Yeah, I feel weird. I feel funny.
Oh, no. Maybe it's the alcohol, something
It
you never had before.
must be really hitting me.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's going on?
No, I just wanted to get some one-on-one time with you. We've been with the guys for so long now that I just feel like I haven't had the time to really talk to you. Just by ourselves.
Alright. What you want to talk about?
Shiv.
What about?
So, when he dressed you up like him and found you on the roof, you knew that was going to happen that way?
I thought I was going to be able to get back to the boat. But then when I realised I got to the top of the roof and Shiv didn't leave me a hang glider, I sort of kind of put two and two together.
So he legitimately left you there?
Yeah, he must have definitely left me
You're
there.
not doing some sort of double agent thing right now?
No? Why?
Just curious. As I should be. With all the things he's pulled on me so far.
I guess it does make sense. I mean, I wouldn't trust him. Why am I saying everything?
I know it's weird. And this is whatever alcohol this was that I have in here. I probably shouldn't drink it again.
That's alright.
So, do you happen to know where he's headed?
Well, I believe he said something that he was going to start looking for something else on his map. But after the Alkalon sale, I think it was called, I'm not quite sure what his next item was.
Alright, Barry. Now here's the important question for you.
Alright?
You told me that the incident at my parents' house didn't go the way it was planned.
Right.
You want to explain that to me one more time?
Well, when we got there, we were supposed to just steal something. She was being all mysterious about it. And then we got confronted by your father, who just had these solid black eyes, like a shark's eyes, like filled with ink. He got between me, some of the other guys. Shiv stepped in, and if he didn't, I don't think we would have got out of there alive, Jez. I mean it.
Then you shouldn't have gotten out of there alive. You should have been there to begin with.
Yeah, Jez.
So what happened next?
Jez, you knew we were robbing the place. Why am I
I'm sorry, what?
Why don't I say that? Jez, what was in that drink?
Don't worry about it, Barry. All that matters is what's happening
Did
right
you
now.
drug me?
What do you mean I knew?
Why do you think we were there? You knew why we were there. We were going to rob the place.
I didn't know that, Barry. Who told you I knew that?
Shiv told me.
No idea.
I'm assuming you didn't know that then.
I didn't know that, Barry.
Alright, well.
Imagine that. So what happened next after Shiv stepped in? Go ahead and complete the story.
I can't talk without saying words that are true.
No, you can't.
So I guess I should just probably not talk.
I'm sure we won't go that route, Barry. So you are still doing something for Shiv here then?
No, I'm not.
Then why won't you tell me?
I don't want to hurt your feelings.
The damage has already been done. You can't do much more.
Your
than what
father
you
started
already-
shrieking like some sort of mad beast, and Shiv cut him down.
Started shrieking.
Your father sounded like a goddamn animal.
Alright, so he started shrieking, so that was grounds to cut him down.
He damn near killed two of us. Shiv was having a hard time controlling him. He was like a man possessed. I swear. Actually, I don't even need to swear. You know this is truth. I don't know what you want me to say. I don't know if you expected me to have some sort of big conspiracy, Jez.
I did.
But bad shit happened that we weren't expecting. At least I wasn't expecting.
Shouldn't have been there to begin with. You should have known better than to think I knew that was happening. How dense are you?
We were just supposed to rob the safe. That's all we were supposed to do. I don't know what else to say.
You don't need to say anything else. I've heard enough. I'm gonna head back over to the fire.
All right. And with that, as the night continues on and everyone gets their fill, strangers lie down to rest for the night. That is where we're going to go to break.
Yeah, right now.
So we're going to go to break. We'll be right back. And stick around. Also, again, apologize. I am sick. If I sound nasally or my,
fine to me.
It's not fine.
I am in discomfort right now.
I know,
I am in complete discomfort. So we'll be right back. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
And we are back, everyone. Thank you all for waiting with us through the break. We're gonna go ahead and pick up right where we left off. There you go.
There it is.
So, night is rather cool. Where's everyone sleeping?
I'm gonna sleep by the fire.
Yeah, close to the fire.
By the fire.
I'm slipping in the
Probably like 5 feet away.
in the
Who's,
Wait, is everyone going to sleep?
Yeah, who's staying
No one's
up?
going to stay guard?
No, we don't need.
I'm
Why?
going to stay up.
There's no threat. There's no centaurs or anything.
There's no knolls
Acting
around
like
here.
we've been attacked or something.
You up? Fine. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to have my double sleep.
You know what? No, you've been
No,
sleeping
I'm
a lot.
going to have a
You
double
stay
sleep.
up.
No, you were just like, centaurs. Yeah, and guess what? Now Small Bros is sleeping.
Well, I mean, that's what you've been doing a lot, so go
That's
for
right.
it.
This is Iron. This is small for us sleeping.
So no one's standing guard?
I will sleep with my
I'll
stuff
stay
underneath
up.
me.
I've been really active.
You're gonna stay up?
I'll stay up.
All right, Lavene. Go ahead and please give me a perception check.
Advantage still.
For
This I just want to make sure because you gave me advantage on that one roll.
that was for survival, though, right?
Yeah.
This is perception.
Okay, I just want to make sure. That is a 10.
Okay. As I was saying, the night is rather crisp and cool. As you warm yourself by the fire, and look up at the stars above. Every once in a while, you'll watch a shooting star streak across the night sky. Soft, purple, black, melding together. It's rather scenic. However, there is very little wind tonight. You didn't even hear them. Your first indication that there was anything there was the sound of a string being tautly pulled, and you feel a sharp piece of metal on the base of your skull. I wouldn't move if I were you.
Damn Queen.
With that, you hear the string slowly recede back, but keeping the blade, the arrow tip on your neck. You hear a footstep walk around as you see a elven woman. Red hair. It's very short. It's like a pixie cut. You can see that from her length of her ears and her features, she appears to be full elf.
Mm-hmm.
She crouches down and kneels in front of your face. I would prefer to do this peacefully. Do you think that you can wake your companions so we can have a discussion? Or is this going to be a problem?
Can I see how many people there are?
No. You can feel that blade on the back of your neck, and you haven't turned left or right.
Mm-hmm.
But she's walked into your front of your view.
I'm going to go over and wake.
Okay. As soon as you go to move... I didn't say move.
Can we do sort of checks? There's talking going on. Can we do sort of checks to see if any of us wake up?
You guys can do a perception check.
7. I'm fucking out.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Natural 1.
14.
Okay. Smavros, you hear the sound of people talking by the campfire. Your eyes open, and as your vision goes from blurry to focused, the first thing you see is an individual standing over you. The bow and arrow. Their arm is sort of halfway pulled back. They're not fully pulling, but standing right over you. As soon as your eyes open, they pull it back. They stand over. Don't even think about it.
Where's my axe?
Not in your hands.
Not in my hands.
You said you were laying on top of your
On top of
things.
everything, remember?
That's right.
Is it under his hand?
Can I look around to see like how many people are?
You look around, you can see that there's an individual. You can see Lavende. The female seems to be crouched down in front of him talking. And there appears to be someone else behind him as well. Call out to your friends. Wake them up.
If you can hear me, if you're not too deep in sleep, please wake up.
You notice that as you start saying that, yeah, this one over here is already awake.
What is the meaning of this?
Captain just wants to talk to you.
I want to talk to the captain.
Do you guys wake up from the sound of Lavende? Nope.
No, I'm staying down.
Did you yell it out, or are you just talking?
I'm yelling it out.
Okay.
She's...
You guys hear Lavende yelling.
Mm-hmm. I'm staying down.
What?
Barry wakes up. Hey, what's going on out here? And as soon as Barry sees these individuals, you notice he stops. The red-haired elf pulls out a dagger. She moves up to Lavende, puts the dagger up against his throat. Don't try anything funny. I just want to talk.
I sit up in the cart. Can I... is there anyone near me at all?
No. Not you can see.
If you're wanting to talk, then why are you acting like an attack?
I want to make sure that you all don't do anything foolish. If you try anything stupid, I'll slit your friend's throat. Now have everyone gather around the fire. It's time to share stories. You notice that she looks towards the individual behind Lavende. She goes, wake them up. Each one of you has this individual, this elf. He's got pulled back into a separated braid. It's almost like a platinum blonde hair. His very clean features. His eyes are very focused and almost narrow set as well. He moves over to Jezebel. Hey, wakey.
Don't touch me. Hands off the goods.
Move over to the fire.
Then I'm already by.
Right. Moves over to Kaz.
Okay, I'm already away. So he's coming into the cart.
He's gonna open the cart up.
Draw my rapier.
Unless you want your friend's throat to be spilled all over the floor.
Sorry, describe the friend to me.
The one that looks like a wild man.
Okay. So, describe the friend to me.
We have a rather difficult one over here. She takes the blade and she presses it into your skin to the point where it causes physical pain. Go ahead and give me a Constitution save.
I'm actually gonna use a bonus action to turn into a spider. Just a small spider.
You want to turn into a spider?
Yeah, small as I can. I'm dropping. She.
Okay.
As soon as I feel that blade push in, I'm just like, ooh.
So, as soon as this happens, the blade goes back towards her as you drop down onto the ground.
I will get up!
You're gonna stand up?
Yes!
The guy's still standing over you.
Huh?
Guy is still
Yeah, I'm
standing
gonna
over
knock him down.
you. You can try.
Yeah.
I mean,
As soon as Lava Day's out of the way?
knock his ass over. He's like
Okay.
he's like the size of a fucking tree.
And I'm built like a
Small
Mack
tree.
truck.
Okay, so he's gonna fire an arrow directly into your face.
If you can hit me.
I've tried shooting an arrow that close before. It didn't work.
Oh god, he's preparing to kill you.
Exhaustion coming back at you.
So that is gonna be a 24 to hit.
Oh my god.
You can feel it now, Mr. Krabs.
The combat start?
Well, this is gonna be essentially the prepared actions that were already set by the opponents. You guys basically just let them. You guys let them engage by doing
I was
this.
gonna say, you have any idea who we are? Well, all that apparently happened.
So that's going to be 12 points of damage. You, as this arrow fires down, you actually move your head to the side as the arrow right into the dirt, damn near killing you. With that, now we're going to go ahead and roll initiative. So,
Woo, buddy. There you go, Small Ross. It's your time to shine. Combat.
I got
20.
18.
I got a
So
13.
rolling a 2 is now the new 1 for me.
Wait a minute. That was an attack of opportunity. He can't shoot a bow at that close.
you're on the ground.
It's like a coup de grace.
Well, that's bogus.
Right? That's what that's
Well,
called.
if you're a prone,
There's
he
no
has a
coup de grace
advantage.
mechanic in
24.
D&D, but
It's essentially that, though, right?
I got
Yeah.
+6 on my initiative, bud.
I got +4.
Roll a 2,
Oh.
which is like the new 1 for me because I can't re-roll 2s.
Okay.
Terrible. Hate to see it.
so who 25 to 20.
24.
20.
I'm going to fucking last.
Oh my gosh, the heal my drink. No.
At least you didn't get a french fry in your lung.
That did happen.
$20 to 15.
I got 18.
15 to 10.
Oh, let's do this. Just fuck
I
them up.
got 13.
Kill the elves. Kill them all. No one likes elves anyway, right?
Especially those
You're not
drows, right? Just kidding.
They don't count.
I might hit Fauna on accident.
No! Leave me alone.
That's nasty.
All right. That is Jez. You're up first.
All right. Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Which one are you targeting?
Which one doesn't have someone in this close vicinity? Would it be?
Get ready, bud.
Because I can't see.
Yeah, I know.
It would be
Like
it would
one
be
of them.
the leader.
All
Yeah.
right, I'm going for her. So, shit. All right. Oh,
15.
15. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. That hits.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. All right.
Jezebel's toad hit the deck.
So that's 6 damage.
All right. You fire your Eldritch Blast towards the this
God, it hits
individual. You watch as the flames burst over her body. You can see that she immediately starts putting herself into a defensive stance. Next turn, unless you have a bonus action.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So that is going to be. I believe that's Smallbros.
All right, I'm going to.
Stand up.
Well, the guy's standing over top of me.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to knock him prone.
Go ahead and give me a strength check.
I believe in you.
I'm going to use.
Rage.
No.
Willpower. Shut the fuck up.
I won't. 13.
Okay. You bring your elbow up. You crack into his leg. You watch him buckle over on the pure force of your blow. He hits the ground.
All right, and then I'm going to use the rest of my turn to stand up.
Okay, there's just half your movement speed.
So, and then I'm going to grab my axe and cast. Oh, you know what? I'll use War Priest. I'm going to swing on him.
Okay.
It's a 16 hit.
That hits.
12 damage.
Okay. You bring your axe over. Oh, you actually bring the shaft down. Do a nice solid strike as you hit him directly into his spine. You watch as he rears in pain, as you can feel a nice crunch. That is now Lavende's turn.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action immediately to turn from a spider to a
You don't have a bonus action.
I don't?
Well, you're going to use your bonus action now?
Yeah.
Okay, instead of your action right now? Okay, yeah. Sorry, Go ahead.
And I'm going to go from spider to a black bear. Or brown bear.
Okay.
And brown bears have multi-attack.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that on the one who pressed the knife against my throat.
Okay.
Since she should still be right in front of me
She
now.
is still directly in front of you.
Okay. Please. Does an 18 hit?
That's definitely hits.
Cool. So that is 1d8 plus 4 and 2d6 plus 4 because it's a bite and a claw attack. Separate.
Well, you got to roll for both of those.
Okay, so I rolled for the second one too. Ooh, that one is probably not gonna hit. That's a 7.
Okay, so the claws don't hit, but bite does.
Okay, so it's 1d8. Ooh, 5 damage.
Okay. You, as you transform, your massive weight, as you come crashing down on the ground, you actually slam into her with your head. You see her push and knock forward. It looks like she does a tumble and stands back up, turning back and facing you. You can see that she immediately has this sensation of regret or
Can I
concern.
smell it? Can I smell the fear?
Oh my god.
Does that count as a bonus action?
Or a reaction.
Also, give me an insight check.
Good. it's a +7 dog. That does an 11.
She definitely seems concerned, but you don't smell fear.
By the end of this, I'll smell fear.
All right, that's going to bring us to Gaz's turn.
Okay. Well, it sounds like they're engaging outside.
Yep. You notice that the individual by the that's peering into the cart has grabbed his weapon and is
Okay.
getting ready to fire on you.
All right. Fantastic. I'm going to hit him with my rapier. And then, so since I'm going before him, I get to do assassination. Assassinate. I have advantage on my attack rolls on any creature that hasn't taken a turn yet. Does a that's a lot. It's over 18.
That's a hit.
Okay, so it's a critical. So
Quinn looks dead inside right now.
It's the sickness. It's more or less just the cold right now.
Are you down with it?
Shut the fuck up.
All right, how can I kill Fulner?
Yeah! I was gonna say, what's lightning?
That's 12 damage.
12 damage. All right, you step forward and you do a nice slash across as you shred through this individual's armor. You see the almost completely sever it as he takes a step back, getting ready to fire the arrow.
Okay. And then it's like dark out, right?
Yeah, it's dark.
Can I use a cunning action to hide?
Well, you are in the wagon.
I haven't used it in my movement.
No, you could move out of it, but he is standing right at the exit. So if you move out, it will be an attack of opportunity.
He's got a bow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell you what, I'll just use my bonus action and use my dagger to attack him with it.
Okay.
Pocket sand.
Fucking spaghetti.
That is going to be a 17.
It's also a hit.
I don't know how D4. Use your D4.
Elijah doesn't roll that low number of
Oh,
dice.
never mind. I have a D4.
What's the D4? Never heard of her. Trash.
2 damage.
Okay. As you see the individual take a step back after your slash, you follow up with another slash with your dagger, ending your turn right at the base of the wagon. That leads us to the leader elf. Whoa. Who is going to use disengage. Her disengage action, and she just takes off.
That's right. Run
Just
away,
gone.
bitch.
You watch her disappear, and as she is, you can hear her clearly yelling out, "Fall back now!"
Music to Small Ross's ears.
Up next is literally is Fulner.
Around there, you better make a run for it. Tucky.
Does any of them look like they're about 15 feet
Oh
from me?
my god.
From where you're around the bonfire, right?
Yeah.
The closest will probably
The closest one is the one that is engaged with Small Ross.
Or
Don't do it.
Alright. Bonus action, I'm going to activate Shillelagh.
God!
Go to the one that's attacking me.
And then for my my action, I'm going to cast Lightning Lure. And so I'll create a lash of lightning energy that strikes at one creature of your choice that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line
Wait,
toward you.
would I have a reaction?
Then takes lightning damage if it is 5 feet from me.
Okay. If it's 5 feet from you,
Within 5 feet from me, like I pull it, if it gets 5 feet from me, it takes lightning damage.
Okay, so it wouldn't be within 5 feet of you if you pull it. What's the strength check?
Oh, 16.
Okay, so it fails that.
Alright, so he gets pulled 10 feet to me. So would he be 5 feet from me at that point?
No.
So they're about 10 feet.
What? Okay, this thing only has a range of 15 feet.
Oh, no, he's like probably about 20 feet away from you.
Alright. Well, I don't want to do that then. Alright, so instead I'll do 20 feet 8. I'll use Dissonant Whispers at first level. Actually, I don't want to do that either. Sorry.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, that just kind of like ruined my plan. Shut up.
Just move 5 feet.
I'll tell you what, I'll let you go ahead and do that. We'll say he's 15 feet, so go ahead. He
Thank
pulls
you.
it.
Oh yeah,
and do lightning
I can
damage.
move 5 feet and then do it.
Yeah, there you go.
Jesus Christ.
It's alright.
Shut up!
You're my best friend.
Imagine Carl's reactions to that whole scenario.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Oh wait, there's D8.
And I can't stop.
Unless you have an ability that is a reaction, no, you cannot.
So he takes. Okay, he takes 11 damage, lightning damage.
Okay, how do you want to do it?
Well, so I'll lasso him, mate, and I'll pull him towards me, and then I'll just like
Pikachu did to Ash.
I don't want to do it to Ash, but he's gonna be like he's gonna be quite shocking.
Okay, you cast the lightning leash as it flies and arcs around this elf. You yank him towards you, and as he gets close, the energy between the lightning and your hands intensifies, and you see the surge course through him as his body goes rigid and stiff. You see his eyes roll in the back of his head. His hair begins to static and frizz as he falls down to the ground lifeless, just steaming this pile of burnt flesh.
Oh. Oops! Let me kill him.
You notice after this happens, the remaining elf that just took the strike from Kaz turns around, and as he begins to disengage, running and following after his leader, you see him go, "I obey. I'll kill you! I'll fucking kill you!" And he disappears into the darkness.
Pursuing.
I am also.
Okay. You're gonna attempt to pursue?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still in bear form, so I got keen sense, buddy. Relying on smell.
Also, I'm going to look at you. You idiot!
I'm sorry.
How are you pursuing?
At full sprint.
So give me an athletics check.
22.
Okay.
And I'm relying on smell. I'm still in brown bear.
So you're gonna go as a brown bear?
Yeah.
Alright.
Ooh, that is 22.
For athletics?
Oh, it's athletics for me? Since I'm the bear?
If you're chasing.
Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna re-roll because I rolled twice because I used the keen smell to track them that way. You said oh, I got the natural 20. You said athletics?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just 20.
Okay.
I would have run out and tried to figure out what's going on, who was that, and why are they attacking us?
Alright. So you begin to chase off into the darkness. They've already gotten a solid head start on all of you. And they are fucking fast. You, even at your full sprint moving through the brush, they are clearing trees and branches and like they're gracefully moving through it like it doesn't even matter. With your size, you straight up get snagged and pull and slowed down. You have to move your way around brush or just slam right through it to continue chasing them. You still have their scent, but you can tell that they are gone.
Mm-hmm.
They're gone. There's no way that either of you are going to be able to catch up.
After that point, I would head back to camp.
Okay. You see Lavende moves up a bit further, but you can just tell that with their speed and their ability to traverse this terrain, you're not going to be able to catch them.
That guy that killed him, I'm going to be searching him, investigate, see if he has any type of...
He's a pile of ash, right?
No, he's
basically a charred body right now.
We'll see if there's any type of identification or anything that on him, on his person.
I'm gonna like let out a angry grunt and then just turn around, still brown bear.
Okay. Who? What?
Alright, what the fuck just happened?
Barry, as this happens, you see him, Barry, like, standing up and pulling out of his bag
Barry!
as he fires off one flintlock shot into the air.
Barry!
Where are they?
Mate, you're too late. You're too late. Stop that. For the love of fucking God.
I'd walk over to the dead elf.
Is anyone going to explain what just happened?
I couldn't explain it if I tried.
I
have no
woke
idea what
up.
the fuck just happened.
All I know is I had a knife to my throat and to the back of my head.
Okay, and
I didn't attack first. I just want to point that out.
I can only assume they were, what, bandits or something?
Well, we would know if someone hadn't killed the only one we had pinned down.
Hey, mate.
He was pinned down.
Hey, approach us with hostile
He don't hold pinned down to me.
intentions.
Yeah, he was on the ground.
He was on the ground.
Yeah, you lightning leashed him over to your body, and you basically electrocuted. You tasered him to death.
To be fair, they approached as a hostile, so they should expect a hostile
Exactly.
reaction.
And when they come back to attack us, now that we've killed one of their own, we don't know why, where, when.
Well,
Because he's dead.
wasn't trying to kill him.
What were you trying to do?
I was trying to.
You couldn't have done it to any of the
wait,
other ones.
Just wait.
Let's do the thing again.
And now it looks like it's back on the green.
You couldn't have waited, or you couldn't have done that to any of the other ones.
I couldn't.
The one that I had pinned down. The one that I had clearly...
That was the only one around. The rest of them kind of run away.
Then why did you do anything?
Okay.
God damn it, Falmer. Is there...
So are you just going to push Small Ross out of the way?
I was investigating the body.
He was
before
already
everyone
there.
else came back.
Yeah, he had already said that he was going to do that.
All right, makes sense. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Oh, that is a 14.
14. Okay. As you open up the satchel, it does look like there's some ledgers in here, some parchment, and potential notes. However, it's all written in Elven.
Well, everything in this satchel is written in Elven. I can't read it. I don't know about anybody here.
Kaz,
What?
you are elf.
Yes.
Do you read elf?
Maybe.
Would you want to take a look at this? I hold up the satchel to him.
He hands you this melted leather satchel.
Okay, so it's burned.
Right. Well, there's writings in it.
I open it up. So the notes and all that.
Yeah, there's quite a few notes in here. A lot of it seems to be written in a strange sentence pattern. It doesn't take you very long to realize that this is code.
Okay.
Because of your unique ability to see things like this, you start deciphering the code after a few minutes before you can start reading it. You have come to the conclusion that these group that you just encountered are part of something known as the Order of the Thorn. They appear to be some sort of high elf recovery team that specialize in acquiring elven artifacts, specifically lodestones. last entry that you see in there is them pursuing a stolen lodestone and a house Rakion.
Is there anything there?
I'm gonna kill you, Fauna.
What?
Well, these elves potentially could have helped me in my situation.
Or it's my fault they came up to our camp very aggressive like.
Okay.
And then I didn't start the fight.
But you would kill.
Right, I think Small Frost started the fight.
I didn't mean to kill. And it's not like any of you have never
Wait a minute,
misjudged
Small
the
Frost, this is
situation.
your fault.
How is this my fault?
You started it.
I had one of them pinned down where we can held him or use his as a ransom to find information.
Was that really your plan?
It was.
I don't think it was.
It was. I could kill them afterwards if they weren't anything but a fight.
My intention was also to keep him put, but I didn't mean to kill him. I'm sorry.
So you just did it on accident, and so you're telling me you can't control your magic.
I didn't know he was almost dead.
So you can't control your magic.
I can't control my magic, man.
Why did you feel the need to do more damage to someone who was laying on the ground under my foot?
Anyway,
Me, Small Frost.
They belong to an Order of the Thorn. Apparently they're after something that I'm also in pursuit. But
Were
that
they
elf
here to
is probably
kill
going to
you?
come back when you're sleeping and slit your throat.
Yes, that's true.
Right.
You have made an enemy.
No, he's made multiple enemies. Order of the Thorn.
So now we all have enemies.
I don't know what this week.
Hey, I didn't kill anybody. It's not my problem.
I think
We are companions of Falner. So when our companion makes an idiotic mistake,
Well,
we can be held accountable.
To be fair, I would have probably killed him too. So,
that elf
but it wasn't me. It was him. So it's all on him now.
obviously exclaimed out, "I'm going to fucking kill you." So, yeah, sleep with one eye open.
No, it's all right. We will kill the Order of the Thorn
No,
after Vanalia.
Oh, good. I like this. You have a list now.
you don't even know what they're after.
I love where this is going.
Now we do.
What did?
They're after you and him.
Hold on. What did the notes say?
They're after elven artifacts, and they're after a lodestone.
I'm going to look at Barry.
Okay, so
Is this the diamond you bought?
No.
I'll give you the short version.
What stone is this?
Barry.
Short version for you, Small Ross. My people, the Drow, they want to start a third surface war. They want to kill everybody up here. They are deciding to, well, side with this House Rakion. Do you remember that rather big tiefling that we ran into in that party?
Yes.
Okay, that individual. So he's trying to bring the Drow up here so they can kill all of us.
Ooh,
I'm
kill
trying
the
to
drow.
prevent that. I don't know why, but it's just, yeah. I'm crazy for even trying. Obviously, it's the one lead I had, just there, pile of ash. Thank you for that.
Well, it could be worse. One of us could be dead. One of us could be on the ground like that.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, they're sort of fucking asking for it, walking up, putting knives on people's
Well,
throats.
they approach with a hostile intention. They're gonna get a hostile answer.
Yes, I was up and just sitting, and before I knew it, the knife was on the back of my
If
head.
they were just going to kill you, they would have killed you.
That's
didn't
also a
attack.
fair point. I mean,
We don't
if-
know that. They
No.
need information
Well,
out of us.
they-
What information are they gonna get out of us if we're dead, mate?
The kill was not
They-
unjust.
They said that they were going to slit my throat. I don't know where the mix-up is. They said they were going to slit my throat.
The kill was not unjust. It's we don't have information now. We just have a group of people that we've killed. We've made an enemy that we know very little.
That's
about.
true. We definitely have made it.
I have an idea. We all hop in the car and get as far the fuck away from here as possible, and we just forget it ever happened.
Yeah, we probably ain't gonna be able to sleep then from us tonight now. Yeah, especially not here. That'd be really stupid.
Okay, so, well, let me understand this real quick, Lavender. They came up to you and they said they're going to slit your throat.
Yes, that's what they said.
They said they wanted to talk.
And they let you yell out.
They told me to wake you up. And then if Small Frost was out there awake,
I'm gonna start packing up the cart.
they said that if he started,
I'm over it.
if he
Barry
tried
starts
anything, they were
helping
going
you.
to slit my throat. Small Frost heard it.
Then he disappeared. I thought they'd use magic on him. So I went into action.
Never mind.
I didn't
Hey, it'd be
attack.
nice if you guys would fucking help me load the cart up so we can get out of here before they come back.
Well, I was already on the cart, so.
I'll help.
I'll start helping tear down camp.
I'm sorry, strangers. I lapse of judgment.
Don't call
It's
us
on
that.
me. It's on me.
I don't want any part of that.
We all the strangers.
No, stop.
It's all right, Falmer.
So, I'll forgive you killing someone. I won't forgive you calling us that. Just stop.
Do you want a different name? Is that
No,
is it
we are
name?
the strangers.
Yeah, I'm definitely not forgiving him for this one. I'm going to sit back down.
He will forgive you. He just needs
He'll
time.
get over
Honestly,
it, mate.
honestly, I don't care if he forgives me or not.
It's only a mistake if you don't learn from it.
Right.
What did we learn today, Fauna?
Look before killing.
No,
Before
do not
we
kill the
roast.
last witness.
I'm going to
That's a very good
start
lesson
taking
today,
down
guys.
the.
I'm proud of you.
I don't know the camp. I don't want to take the campfire down just yet.
Okay.
So I'm going to help with the cart.
What are you doing? What is this?
I'm helping with the cart.
What do you mean you're
I
helping with the
don't
cart?
know. Whatever I need to do, I'm doing it.
Well, I'm assuming most people were sleeping in bedrolls.
Mhm.
No one really has a tent,
Mhm.
so
I'm rolling up my
Whatever junk from cooking and all that shit, everything that we've
Okay.
left behind from doing all this shit we were doing.
So the group decides to hastily disassemble their camp, and they get back onto the road. The horses were able to get a good 4 hours of rest, and they managed to eat, drink. However, now back on the road, strangers travel through the night into morning.
I was going to do a sleight of hand.
Okay. On what?
Okay, 13. I'm tearing out pages and I'm leaving behind as we're traveling.
Okay.
So do we roll
So I'm gonna
perception
need
and
to.
go,
I need to go ahead and. So what'd you get for your sleight of hand?
13.
13. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and need a perception check from everyone.
perception?
I beat it.
It's a 13.
I got 18.
I got 10.
God damn it! I got a 15. I don't really think I would have cared.
Okay.
That'd
You
be more
notice
so
that
annoying than anything.
Kaz is ripping papers out, but you don't notice him dropping them.
Mhm.
I'm assuming you wouldn't be dropping them when people were staring at you.
Of course, I'm just
Yeah, you just notice that every once in a while he seems to just tear out a piece of paper.
Wait, where are your pages out of? What do you have?
The
the
book.
satchel, the notes.
The notes that were found inside of the elf satchel.
Oh, how the fuck did that make it?
Excuse me.
So we're
Okay.
traveling.
Yeah,
Yes,
you're
we're on
traveling.
the road.
So, I'm going to go ahead and just need a quick survival check from everyone.
19.
20.
See, make sure no one gets under 10.
Oh God. 10 exactly.
4.
I got 23, just in case
All right.
I can help him somehow.
Boulder,
Roll.
as we've been moving along, do you have a water skin?
Mhm.
Okay. You notice that your water skin must have got unscrewed somehow, or the cap came off. You notice that all your water dumped out, and you were just parched. You were extremely thirsty.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay, let's continue on. Okay.
Are there any towns on our way?
Right now, you guys are in some rather almost. It's mostly woodland. Every once in a while, you may see not a village, but a small hamlet of like 2-3 homes. They're probably families of small families that live out here in the wilderness, either by making their money through logging or farming. Relatively sparse when it comes to civilization, but you guys do see people. If you guys did happen to want to stop and visit a farm, you could if you wanted to. However, you guys have been making great time. You guys have stopped by a stream, make sure the horses are drinking water, resting every few hours.
I'll fill up my water skin then at the stream.
Okay. Get a 4 on that survival, right?
We're up.
Gotcha.
Into the morning, I would probably start reading that book too.
Okay. Very well. After about a day and a half of traveling, as you guys have traveled through the night on your way, you guys finally come over the most northeastern portion of Aronia. You're actually almost on the edge of the border of the country. And as you come over this cusp, you look down and you can see into the coastline, and in the distance, you can see Ravensgrin. You should be there within the next 20-30 minutes.
Is it like a huge...
No. It's a relatively smaller port. It's very modest. But that is where we're going to end tonight. So we're going to go ahead and end a little bit early, mainly because I am starting to feel really terrible. So sorry for the short game. Also apologize for the interruptions, but I'm going to be making sure that I call MediaCom tomorrow, because this is
They are
I'm definitely done with that.
right now.
Yeah, it's been like 4 weeks now of this. So
It's
a
just
little
not. It's not
ridiculous.
getting better. It's
Yeah,
actually getting
not okay.
worse. So.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Everyone, thanks for
Stop
stopping
being
by
sick.
tonight, and
You're on.
be sure to tune in tomorrow for Vampire.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, best time to tell stories is whenever it's near dark. Goodbye, everyone.